Good morning. Happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and get started today, just like we do every Monday. We're going to start, of course, at the website. So I hope that you had a good, restful weekend and maybe you worked on a puzzle or went for a hike or spent time with your family playing a game, doing something fun. Today, just like always, we'll start at the website here. And if you haven't had a chance yet to go out and read that letter, I know you can read. I don't want to insult you. It says click on the envelope icon. But if you click on that icon, remember it brings you right up to that letter, which will show you how to keep up with your daily yo-yo reading and your, your writing that you're doing in your journaling, those quick writes. So remember that that should not take you very long. If you are working on your yo-yo reading, it's the same as always in class. And if you are working on that daily quick writes, those take just about 5 minutes. It's not a lot of time. I want you to be writing quickly and freely, but not spending a lot of time focusing on, am I writing correctly or what is my style? I want you just thinking and just writing down what you're processing, just like we do in class, that quick write. Remember, the pen doesn't stop or the pencil doesn't stop. So if you need to go out and watch the video from the first day on how to do that, you certainly can. But again, there's some options here for you. You can do those quick writes or that journaling for your reading, paper pencil or digitally, however works best for you, whatever you're comfortable with. So then once you've done those, remember there's not a due date on those quite yet. We'll work on that at a later time. Right now, just be doing that just like we do in class every day. And now it's just a little different platform. So let's go back to the website here and you can see we're going to be looking at how do I make sure I'm on top of things and make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. Well, the first thing, of course, is to watch the video that you're watching right now and then check the website. English 1, you're going to go to the English 1 tab and then you are going to see here all the upcoming due dates. Those align directly with the module sheet that you downloaded last week, I'm hoping. And all of those are color-coded down here for you with the links that you need and how you can go ahead and turn those in at a certain specific time. You can always turn them in early. And again, for this week, I'm not so concerned with due dates. I'm just taking things as they come in, so don't worry about being penalized for that. Let's clear up some of our housekeeping from before the shutdown. If you notice here, it does say no red ink, your independent and dependent clauses, and your literature pod roll sheets. Those were from before the shutdown. Again, I'm just waiting for those to come in. Several of you have already sent those to me, but I'm just waiting on a few of you. Don't worry about the late fees right now, not fees, but the late points right now are those deductions. Just get them to me before the end of the week. The no red ink, if you just click here, it's the same as always, just like in class. I have about 11 people that still need to go out and finish that. If you're not sure if you're one of them, then go to your No Red Ink account, see if you've done it or not. Check PowerSchool. I'll have those up and running in PowerSchool today, so you'll know if yours is incomplete or not. The literature pod roll sheets, those you've been working on those before the shutdown. You've typed them. Again, the questions I've had are how do I get them to you? So on that module sheet, it says right there 2 different ways you can send them to me, or even a third way if you just want to take a picture and then send it to my pressenger@helenaschools.org or pressengerenglish@gmail, either one. So those are just some things we're trying to tie up before we move forward. As you know, those literature pod rolls we often do, we try to do them in class and then I correct them and then you talk about them in your literature pods. We don't have that luxury, of course, in this digital learning environment. So we're doing that via our Turnitin.com accounts. That's exactly what we used when we worked on the pedestrian and the most dangerous game. So in order to do that, you'll see here it says Turnitin.com discussion board posts, and those are due tomorrow by midnight. And I can go ahead and just click on my Turnitin link here, click it. It'll take me directly to Turnitin.com. And then I just need to click on, my class. So if I'm in period 4, I'd click on English 1, period 4. And then you'll notice I have here the question 1 and question 2. Okay. And you are going to just answer them. That's all you need to do. And at this point, you don't need to respond yet. We'll do that later on in the week. Okay? And I'm hoping that you're able to access them. It looks like right now that I have 12 people that have answered question number 1, and I have 11 people that have answered question number 2, so that you are able to see what I want you to be answering and what I'm hoping you're getting out of the reading that we normally would be discussing in class. That is all you need to do right now, is just click on that discussion tab and answer those 2 questions. So you can see that it says here, can an animal fable truly teach us about the relationship among people? What do you think Orwell wants to say by writing this novel? And then it says, use examples from the text to support your answer. And so that's all you need to be working on today. Those are going to be anonymous, so don't worry about that. In addition to that, you'll need to be doing just your daily work, the reading and the writing, then checking your Schoology. With the Animal Farm, in continuing that, we were doing the module sheets, or remember we had our Frayer sheets for our vocab. What I did is I put those into your Schoology account so you can practice those. And if you have your Frayer sheets, great. But not all of you were able to get those Frayer sheets from school. I understand that you didn't have a chance to get back. So don't worry about that. That's not going to be a grade this time. What I did is I took all the words from our Frayer sheet, front and back, and I put them into your Schoology for today's daily assignment. So when you log in, today's daily assignment for 323 has those Animal Farm vocab words. You can see here I have benevolent, cynical, and that's what you'll be working on from your Schoology account. Of course, you can use any of the resources that you need. You have the book, I'm hoping, okay? And you have, if you have your Frayer sheet, great, but you have Google, so you can work on that with your book, and Google, you have your notes. So use everything, all the resources that you need to be successful in that. Knowing that that quiz again is not until the 7th, so you have until after spring break before we'll be quizzed on those words. And I'll follow up, of course, if we are still in a digital learning mode. I'll keep you posted on how that will look. If we're back in the class, which I hope we are, it'll look just very similar to our other vocab quizzes. It'll just be your Animal Farm words instead. That's all we have to really wrap up our Animal Farm classwork. You were all working independently then on your essays. And remember, I did post a video last week on any follow-up questions you might have on writing those, but you can click right here on the writing tab, and it will take you to the links that I have provided for you. The character analysis how-to sheet, you received that in class prior to the shutdown. That was how you took your outline or your graphic organizer and then you moved it to your rough draft. It's how to hopefully formulate those paragraphs in a multi-paragraph essay. If you click on Mrs. P on paper, that takes you directly to my notes, how I would teach that in class. Remember, this is what I would be saying to you if I was in front of you at the board. This is what we'd be working on in class. It's pretty self-explanatory. The one question I was getting from students last week after they read this was, do I have to have a quote in every body paragraph? Yes, you do. That's your support, that's your evidence. So make sure that you're looking at how to do that correctly. If you're not sure, I have the MLA presentational quote sheet there for you. So if you click here, you just click this button and it takes you directly, and I just typed up a how-to sheet for you to make that easier for you. Also, you can bop into any of those online office hours and I can help you with that during that time as well if you have any questions. Those rough drafts are going to be turned in via Pressenger English at Gmail. And again, that's on the module sheet. So if you look at those module sheets, it will tell you how to do that. And I'm going to take you back to the English one page here. It just says Google Docs. And then at the very bottom, it's in blue and it's pretty self-explanatory, share with, and it tells you the address to share it with. I can get you your comments back pretty quickly since I'm at home as well. You'll turn those in to the Pressenger English at Gmail by Wednesday at midnight, and then I'll be putting the feedback on those individually and kicking them right back to you. Your final drafts are not due until Friday at midnight, So go out and make those revisions that you need to, or ask me questions that you have while I'm online. And then I'll be happy to hopefully help you write the best essay you can via this digital environment. You're going to send the final drafts to turnitin.com, and that's down here as well. I do have all of those put into the turnitin.com. As you can see, the assignments sitting in there as well if you're a student. But right now, don't worry about that. Just work on, getting that draft to Pressenger English so that I can give you feedback. A lot of people have finished those. I'd say quite a few. I probably had about 30 people email me asking what to do with them. And so I just would encourage you to check back on that module sheet there. All right. So I'm hoping that you have, you're starting to get into a routine with your day, what school looks like for you. With English, it's the same as always. You're reading, you're writing, go to Schoology to do your daily assignment, and then you're working on the outside learn that we already had initiated prior to our shutdown. If you have questions, pop into those Zoom conferences today. You can find those with these links down here. You can see it's from 10 to 10:50, 1 to 1:50, and then 6 to 7. If you're in honors, of course, your hours are a little different. You can click on the honors 1 tab to find your hours. You are 11 to 11:50, and then 2 to 2:50, and then again, you can pop in at the 6 to 7 time. Those are optional. They're not required, but they've been fun. I've been really enjoyed seeing you last week. It seemed like we had about 9 people in one of the conferences, and really we just shared our pets. We brought in our little furry family members, and we all had a chance to meet them and share them and just talk and discuss how our lives were going in this new online world. And to get to those Zoom conferences, all you need to do is click on this link right here, click Zoom, and it'll take you to the join in. Just plug in that code, and then I'll see you there. Okay. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.